Okay, so one of the first things we do when I start working with my clients is something called the scan, and it looks at these three areas here. It's how do you prospect and get the leads? How do you convert them into customers? And once you've got them as a customer, how do you retain them and turn them into lifelong loyal fans? So I'm just going to show you really quickly what this looks like because we use a r.a.g, a traffic light system, red, amber, green, to score it, and it shows us where you need to apply some training, some support, some knowledge in the areas it's missing. So one of the first things that we do is we look at the leads, and we said, do you know who your what we call a perfect future client is? What do you know about them? Are they like, where's the frustrations coming from? What job are they trying to get done? What's getting in the way? What do they fear? And the more information you have here, the easier it is going to be for you to relate to them, to communicate with them, and to get their attention. After that, the next thing that we're going to looking at doing is looking for triggers. These are things that you see happening online, you see from their business. It could be, things that's happening inside the business. It could be industry legislation that's changing. It could be news, awards, funding, lots of different things, activity. There's loads of different triggers that are happening all the time, and we can use these as a great way for you to start conversations with people, and getting their attention. And then the next thing is then the cadence, the process that you're going to use to communicate with them. So it's phone calls, emails, video, voice notes, reaching out to people in lots of different ways, but having a process to follow as well. And what we do is we literally get a color chart like this, and we say, right, how clear are you right now on your perfect future clients? A lot of the time, people say, well, we can sell to everyone. Um, and you know yourself, if you're selling to everyone, not really selling to that many people. So some people say, well, we're a little bit red, and they'll say triggers. Also, we don't really do much with that. We just kind of try and sell to people. And the cadence, we kind of do the odd call or send the odd cold email, but we know that there's room for improvement. Then what we'll do is we'll move around onto the next stage, and we'll look at some social selling. So things like LinkedIn, and we'll look at, what's going on in that space right now? How you are you creating content that's not just designed to get likes? It's about having content that's designed to take them on a journey, to answer questions that they have, to show proof that you've helped people as well. So there's certain frameworks and posting strategies that you can use to start booking more calls. Like one of my clients, Colette, she had been using Instagram for many years, got nothing from it really. After using my social schedule, she's booked more meetings and won more business from Instagram in literally a month than she's ever done. And it's just because there's a schedule to follow as well. Now she's teaching other people how to do the same. It's fantastic. It's about then having a sales process. So really, we're looking at trying to make sales as frictionless as possible. And there's different ways you can do that. And what we're going to do is try and find the one that fits best for yourself. And then the final thing is then once you've understood like how to get their attention, how to get some meetings with them, how to actually start on taking that and turning it into something. What we don't want to do is spend a lot of time putting proposals together for them to be sent and then get ghosted. So I'm going to show you how we always use a process where you present them. Could be on video, it could be in person, could be you visiting, whichever way. But it's about not just sending them; it's a process to follow there as well. And again, what you do is you said, what, actually, we're pretty good at selling. Once we get in front of the right people, we're pretty good. We get ghosted quite a lot. Proposal together, we send it, nothing ever happens. So we know we need some work there. And social selling, we post on social media, we do some good engagement, but you're right, we get likes, we get comments, but we don't get no sales. And then we move on to the final stage, which is how you then start to take the customers that you've got, retain them, and turn them into loyal fans, so that they, not only stay with you for a long time, they refer to you, they'll do things for you. And so one of the things that we'll look at is how do you get that community? What can you do to build that community around you of people that are, your partners, your joint venture partners, the referrers, the send business your way? We look at also what I call the revenue matrix. It's literally as simple as creating a matrix where you list your products or clients down one side and the things that you've got down the other, and you just put a little tick box or a crest across for the different services that they've currently taken from you. And then there's different processes that you can put in place to provide more products and services. If you want more loyalty from them, do what Apple do, selling more products. And then the final one is social proof. So it's things like case studies, fantastic case studies. We're talking about this with a client today, videos, and having the right formula, because what tends to happen a lot of the time with case studies or testimonials, you'll get them, And people have said, you know what, John's fantastic, really helped me, it was great, you definitely should talk to him. And it's nice and it makes you feel fuzzy and warm, but as a marketing tool, it's not really got a lot of benefit. You can't really do too much with it. You can put it on your website, you can share it around, but it's not going to relate to anybody anyway. So there's again, a formula to follow as well. You say, well, okay, where are you with the case studies, testimonials? Well, you know, it's actually quite red. We do, clients like us, they come back, but we don't actually ask them for reviews or testimonials or anything like that as well. So we know we need to do that. We're pretty green there. No, we've got some good loyalty around there as well. We get some good referrals. I know there's probably a few things that we could do to improve that. And then, you know, we don't do anything in the upselling, cross-selling. You know, a lot of the time we find ourselves getting really frustrated because clients go to our competitors to buy services that we can provide, and it's usually because they just didn't know that we actually sell them. So we do a scan like this called a scan, and we look at all these different things, and then really from this, all we're going to do is say, okay, cool. Like if we could just pick, you know, 3 to maybe 5 of these things to work on right now over the next 6 months for your business, what's going to have the biggest impact? And you might say, well, do you know what? We know we need to spend some time identifying who the actual perfect client is. We need more quality leads coming in. So we do know that we need to do something there about the cadence, the outreach, the prospecting side of things. We would love to spend a little bit more time learning about social selling, about how to make sure that we stop getting ghosted. I suppose the last one would be the matrix. So there's 5 things that we can focus on. And then we've got playbooks that we can obviously then install into your business. So you've got a playbook for how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. And all this then creates a really slick process that helps you sell better. So if this sounds like something that can help you and your sales team and your business right now, just comment the word scan, write the word in the comment or DM it to me, and I'll send you some more information about what this looks like and how we can actually work together as well. But hopefully that's useful for you.